Principle number 7, tailor based on context. Many times when you work as a project manager, sometimes you feel that the process is too heavy. But the project management always tells you that you need to create process which suits you. You should not be just following process because this is what you have to do, but you are always responsible for doing the tailoring which helps you in creating a context sensitive process for yourself. That is the principle number 7 which we are learning in this video. Let us read about tailoring before I share some more details about it. The way Bimbo Guide 7th edition talks about tailoring is designing the project development approach based on context of the project, its objectives, stakeholder governance and environment. See, you are working on a project which just involves 5 people. All 5 people are sitting in a same room. They are working and talking to the customers very frequently. Situation 1. The another situation is you are working on a project where there are 100 plus people, where it involves 10 vendors and many of these vendors are sitting in a different geography. The context 3, where you are working in a multi-organizational project where the team members are spread across different geography. Now, can you apply a same process for all these 3 projects? Definitely not. But at the same time, there may be some amount of governance, some amount of guideline which you need to follow for all the 3 projects because all of them are fitting into your organizational context. So, tailoring or this particular principle tells us that yes, we operate in the overall framework of organization which helps us in guiding and integrating our work. At the same time, depending upon various factors, we can call it project context like team size, geographical distribution, the cost of change, the type of technology you are working, the number of people, the skills of those individuals, the constraints like cost constraints, time constraints which are applicable in a given space, nature of project, highly innovative, repetitive in nature, all these factors influences your process. So, you need to tailor your exact process which you need to follow in your project depending upon various context. As we have learned, project is all about creating a unique deliverable. It is a unique context and what is believed as per this particular principle is you need to create your unique process as well. And when you create your unique process, it is a tailoring. You have something given which you need to adapt as you go along. Now, the process of tailoring should be done in such a way that it involves all the team members. It is not like someone is taking the call and everybody else is following. And this process is iterative in nature, which means the tailoring is never ending job. You start, maybe when you start your process, you pick up, understand what is relevant and what is not relevant, and you continue working and improving on it. Say, when you start your process, you realize that there is no role of a procurement. We don't want to follow any procurement related process. But over a period of time, you may realize that there is some amount of lightweight procurement processes are needed. You need to add to it. So, this is an ongoing activity which is usually supported with your retrospective, lesson learned and continuous team engagement. So, that is the basic idea of tailoring. Now, tailoring gives you various indirect and direct benefits and it also creates some of the positive outcomes. Let us look at some of these benefits and outcomes briefly. So, it helps you in creating deeper commitment. Let us start with the one which talks about deeper commitment. Now, you may wonder what does it mean? See, many of you want to be a part of a process which is getting created for you. You do not want to be a prisoner of the process, rather you may want to be an owner of the process. Process should be owned by you. You should be doing something because it helps you rather than you have to do it. Now, when we create a process with the engagement of the team members, they understand why we are doing it. It creates a better engagement and commitment for the process. Then the process becomes a tool to achieve project objective rather than a one of the job. Because we have to finish the project objective, you must follow the process. So, it produces a better and deeper commitment from the team for the process as well as for creating the process which helps them in producing better results. It also helps us in reducing waste. In a way, we can say efficient uses of resources. When the people who are engaged in their work, they are the one who are creating, modifying or improving their process. They definitely have a local information. They can decide which kind of process is useful and which kind of process is just a waste. So with the help of that engagement, we results into a better utilization of your resources, because people who are working, they have a better understanding and they can also empathize with where the benefits are coming and where the benefits are not coming. So it helps us in reducing waste and increasing the efficiency. The another advantage or a benefit directly or indirectly is the focus on customers and stakeholders. Many organizations which becomes like too bureaucratic, where process is the king, you may find that they have less engagement or commitment towards stakeholders and customers. When you give people the opportunity to tailor their process to achieve project objective, it indirectly or directly impacts in creating better focus for customer as well as stakeholder deliveries. Now your PMBOK also talks about some of the benefits which are pretty much interrelated, but let's look at them in a one by one manner. So it helps you in increasing innovation, efficiency and productivity. So I think we covered that, because when people are engaged, they can find the new idea. The new idea has a mechanism to get identified and designed, which helps us in creating a more innovative process. So more or less on the same line, we are saying that it helps us in creating new practices, methods, artifacts which are related to a lesson learned. What does it mean? So when your organization appreciate tailoring, when you as a project leader understand I need to do something which is specific to my project, I need to improve that, it results into creating new artifacts, new practices, new tools, because they are specific to your projects. And once you find those new ideas, probably they become useful tools for your organization as well. So it helps you in creating new methods, new frameworks or new tool which helps you in improving your overall work. So that's a lesson learned and creating the innovations. And it helps you in increasing your adaptability, which means the organization as well as process are ready to get adapted. Now this is like an overall understanding. Many times the tailoring will start when you start your project. One amount of tailoring will be done by way of choosing some particular method or a framework. That's a implicit way of doing a tailoring, because you are picking up say adaptive way of working, Scrum way of working. So that's a tailoring. Not all projects will follow Scrum, you pick up that. Sometimes you don't pick up any framework, you pick up your own idea. You may pick ideas from different frameworks, then you start with huge tailoring inside. Even if you pick up a given method or a framework, then also you need to expect it, you probably need to incrementally, iteratively improve your process by way of doing continuous tailoring. So you may start with adaptive way of working or a Scrum way of working, then you do a continuous retrospective to identify by way of engaging people, because more and more people are getting engaged, more and more discoveries are happening about your project and process. You engage them and you help them in creating a right process which helps you in achieving your project objective. So apply tailoring to create context sensitive process for your project.